Hello, and welcome to my new series. I call it My Disney Infinity Life. I'm actually doing kind of like a let's play of Disney Infinity 1.0, 2.0, and when I get it, 3.0. Right now, this is 2.0, first episode, because I like 2.0 because it has my favorite character, Stitch, which you can see him right there. Jam out, Stitch, come on. Okay, no, bad timing. Okay, I actually want to show you guys something cool. If you didn't realize by the whole background of the castle, and now he goes. Anyway, I made Disneyland in Disney Infinity. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of interactive stuff. It's just basically the giant Disneyland. Let me show you. Right now we're on Main Street. If you turn around, there's an abyss of nothingness, which you really can't go into because I made an invisible wall. So it's like, hi nothing. Hi nothing. Nothing there. Let's see. And then if you walk down Main Street, oh, makes it quicker. I actually have the Stitch's surfboard disc, and we'll plug that in. Let's see. And we'll go around a lot quicker. In the center, I have the Mickey Mouse ears. Because I didn't want to put a statue, because that's kind of just too boring, I guess? I don't know, like, I just wanted to put something interesting. It's Mickey Mouse ears, totally made out of little blocks and stuff. And if you've ever been to Disneyland, if you've never been, spoilers, there's actually a bridge here that if you go across, and actually before we go across, you can see the sky is kind of just plain and no music or anything, just calm. Stitch is happy. Oh, and then there's that music, but that's the dragon. Let's see. So if you go across here, you go through. It actually changes the music and everything in the sky because this is Fantasyland, so I made it kind of more fantasy themed. Like there's a sky, there's like stars everywhere, and like shooting stars in Stitch's face. And if you've ever been to Disneyland, and my phone is it's like I have a Baymax in my room. There's a Sword of Stone, which everyone tries to pull normally when you get there. And over here I put like Tangled because like she has a section over there that actually has her tower and everything. So it's very much Disneyland-esque. Like there's the Darling House right here from Peter Pan. And it's cool because I think Stitch can climb on it. Probably not. Yeah. Let's see. Come on, Stitch. No, you can't climb on it. It's one of those like toy box toys that you really can't climb on. Just for show, really. Like right here I made it really cool. It's like this is more, I guess, interactive because it's the storybook land, which I'm gonna use the surfboard to get through. But like you go around, you're on this little boat and you see all the different lands like Agrabah and like they just added Frozen, so you can see the fjords and everything, and it's really cool because there's all like little miniature versions of everything. But I just put like the normal little thing, and then yeah, just some sweet tricks. I even made the teacups. It's not very proportional, but it's okay because you sit in the teacups. I tried to make them spin, but that was hard to do, and it didn't work. So I even got this because I had the wristband for Disneyland, and you get the It's a Small World kind of figurine thing, and then if you click it, the music comes on, and Stitch really enjoys this music. Watch. Yeah, he rocks out. Okay, let's see. Let's go inside. Because actually, I made a little inside section. Good music. You actually click here, and then all the fireworks go off inside. It's from Mulan. So I figured that'd be like China. And then I put Gravity Falls, which I guess is in the middle of the country. Somewhere. It's somewhere different. So I figured it'd be different, like tribal stuff, or like a tiki pole. Why not? We're going out the front door because I don't think I made a back door. Then here's the Matterhorn, which is my favorite ride in Disneyland. I didn't ride it last time, but I go a lot, so I'll ride it next time. But you can actually ride on here, and then that kind of gets my face. You go, it goes, and you just ride it, and then, woo, fall off. And then I even made this little section over here where there's like this village, which is cool. But I'll show you how to get inside the castle too. We'll get there. But for now, we're in the Snow White Grotto area. If you've ever been, and there's that well that sings. This is pretty cool because I made a little section. Like, everyone knows that Pixie Hollow is there, but no one really goes. Like, once you go inside, you don't really see it. And that's kind of, I thought that was kind of cool because I'm like, you see these giant leaves and everything, and you're like, I don't know what that is. I guess it's Pixie Hollow. But I made this little section. You see, it's like glowing feet. It leads you to this waterfall. And this waterfall, if you go in it, which if you play the game, you know you can go in them. If not, you don't really see it. So that's really cool. Like, you really can't see it. There's this little secret area, and you dive down in there, and you shrink down to the size of a fairy. And you are literally, like, the grass is huge, just like when you go there, and the flowers are huge. I have Tinkerbell, but we're not going to play as her today. But I just made this really cool area, like, if I can jump up here. And then you climb up, it's kind of like a puzzle. Climb up here, and then you would just jump across. Stitch can super jump, so I'm gonna super jump. Wow. Okay. And if you get on this little turret, you can actually fire, and you can switch. Like, I'm gonna give him a giant missile because he's Stitch. And you fire, and whoa, boom! And you can scare people that come in, or like enemies that come in. It's like boom. Anyway, and then you can like switch between like this one makes a bigger explosion. It's like boom! It's fun when you play with friends. And then I even made this little area, like you go around, and there's like little houses that the fairies would stay in and stuff. And that's basically it for Pixie Hollow. There's not a lot of stuff. Like, I think you can see there's a giant tree that I made in the center, like a big old kind of tree. But they live in a Pixie Hollow tree. Well, Pixie Hollow's a giant area, and they have a big tree. You see how much I watch Tinkerbell? Let's see. And you climb back up, and you just basically go back up the way you came, like go on the lane. Oh, I died. Well, that's a glitch. You just jump back on the land, and you keep going. Come back around, and you still hear the Pixie Hollow music, and you see everything because I actually put the changer in between the two lands. So if you go into Tomorrowland, it gets all spacey, and this is where Stitch belongs because he's in space. Well, he's in Hawaii now, but he's a space themed hero, anti-hero. I don't really know. He likes to smash things. But over here, I put the Astro Blasters thing, like Buzz Lightyear, and you actually push this, and you get to watch two robots fight. Basically, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I know who's gonna win, and he won. Like, really, a blaster versus two giant like gauntlet things. I think the blaster would still win. Let's see. And just go around. And I'm actually going to switch characters right now. We're going to switch to... I have 3 characters prepared for today. Switch to the Dash from The Incredibles. And you just magically switch. Stitch just floats into a little ghost, and then boom! He runs fast. If you don't know his powers. Spoilers again. Let's see. It's really cool because in the game you actually do run really fast. He's like a little kid in Disneyland. That's why I wanted to choose him, because he's actually a little kid. And then the cool thing about this is actually there is Space Mountain, like the legit Space Mountain. You go inside and you can ride on the rails, and there's like invisible rails. So it's like best music. And it's cool because like they made this, and then you just put it in here and ride it. That's it. Like, and I made it so like when you jump, you get shot out the top. So like I put this little thing you can land on, and you can see everything. Like you can see what we've already gone through. We've gone through the castle, the Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, Pixie Hollow, and then there's more on the other side. Of course, it's Disneyland. But like we're gonna jump down. And I'll show you the rest of it because let's use the surfboard. Wow. And you can fly, and then of course it falls because it's a hoverboard. But since we're over here, I'm actually gonna show you this too. It's a secret kind of thing because it's how you get inside the castle. If you ever read Kingdom Keepers, you can see it's called Esther's Keep. I don't know if you guys know about it.
They are approaching their goal.
I mean, it's still a thing. It's supposed to be like the end of Star Tours. Like, you know, the area that you, like, buy everything, I guess. You go in there and there is a key. Just float in there, and if you grab it and then go, it actually opens a door that lets you into the castle. And we're gonna run there. Because the dash is faster than the surfboard. So he's not very accurate, so I'm not gonna run across the bridge. I'll probably miss and then go in the moat and then die. Let's see. So we're gonna go in here, and there's a door. Passed it earlier, and if you go in there, you can actually go, and the door shuts behind me. So I'm literally stuck in this castle now. Like, the only way to go is forward. You cannot leave. So it's blocked. So I made 2 different ways. You can go again. If you read the book, this makes sense. You go up, and then you make a right, and then there's a little dead end kind of thing over here. Like nowhere to go, and it flips. So it's like, oh, you need to go down there, don't I? I need to go down there, don't I? No, don't go down there. Bad decision. You'll die. Because there's a little like caution thing that's like, don't touch it. It buzzes. I don't know if you hear it. Probably not. But if you go back down, it's even more confusing because you go to the other side and there's no floor. Like the floor just stops. So it's like, where do you go? How do you get across? How do you go further into this castle? I have no idea. So if you read the book, again, I keep saying about the book, but like it's in the book. It's actually, you can walk on the invisible floor, and people don't know that, and you can go across. And at the end, at the bottom, if you like look around, there's those little caution things that'll kill you. So like, you don't want to go across if you can't get across. It's kind of terrifying. Then you go in this little like hole in the wall I made over here, and you hear the buzz. Yeah. You go across, and you just keep going, and there's a dark room over here, and at the corner of this room is an elevator. You really don't know where to go unless you see the elevator, and if you keep missing it, you're not going to be able to know where to go. So you jump on the elevator, and you just go forward. He's ready to fight. And you're in this little blue room, and so you catch the second elevator. Yeah, we caught it. A little blue elevator room, and you just keep going forward. And there's a carpet, a little cute carpet that leads into this room. And Maleficent's in the corner. She's just in the corner over here. Like, there's a bed for her and everything. Because if you've read the book, again, like in the book, it's a really good book. You should go read it. Kingdom Keepers. Big series. It's actually, she's up here, and it makes sense. And I even got this really cool floating bed. It took basically doing all the tutorials, if you don't know how to get it. It's a lot of, not like real money, but like earning money to get it. Otherwise, it's like a couple 100,000, I think. But I just did all the tutorials, and it's like, hey, you got the flying bed. I'm like, I have the flying bed? Oh my gosh! So I'm actually going to show you how it works. And you jump on it, and you start flying. And you just go out the front door. We're going to go out the front door. I missed. There's no way to really back up besides, like, a back up button, I guess. But, like, you just got to steer better. Out the front door we go. Woo! And see, like, we're flying over Disneyland. So, flying over Disneyland in a giant bed. It's a queen size bed, I think. And you just go around, and then I actually made this rail that leads from the castle to Space Mountain, which is in Kingdom Keepers as well. And I think it's actually a thing in Disney World. Like Tinkerbell, when she flies from the castle and everything, she flies to Space Mountain. Like, that's where her end of her flight ends, which is cool. So I figured, hey, I'll make it this light beam rail that goes straight to Space Mountain. Because then when you're done in the castle, you got out, let's go to Space Mountain as quick as you can. Like, that's kind of like when you are at Disneyland and you have fast passes or something to Space Mountain, you run quick. Well, you walk quickly, so you can't run. You go quickly. But we're gonna put the bed back because you don't want to take someone's bed and not give it back. I mean, come on, Maleficent can't be bedless. She can't not have a bed. I mean, come on, it's not fair. Ah! And I crashed. It's okay, I'll fix itself. Woo! Okay. And to get down, we're actually just gonna jump. So, no, we're not on the rail. Jump off. Woo! And you land on the bridge. Stuck the landing. Okay. And we're gonna run over. Actually, we're gonna switch characters again, because I want to do at least 3 characters a video. We are gonna use Anna, which again, wow, that was creepy. We're gonna use Anna. Dash was cool, but I'll show you the cool thing about Anna.
I say we
Yeah, they comment, like, I haven't used her in a while, so she's just like, hi, how are you doing? And if you go, this is Adventureland. This is the last lands I was able to make, because it has like a bar of how much you can put in it, like in the toy box, and I put a lot of stuff. So this is actually the bazaar from like Aladdin. And if you go over here, it's pretty cool, because the best part about, not the best part, but like one of the cool parts about Anna is she actually has a grappling hook. So if I grappling hook right there, and then go up, and then boom, you can bounce on these little things I made. And then I actually made a little like mini game kind of thing. So you just bounce across, like boom, boom, and you just go across to the bazaar, and you're on the rooftops, and you just jump down. The next part, I actually made the what is it called? Jungle Cruise. Yeah, Jungle Cruise. You just go across, and it's if you're ridden it, it's just basically a little cruise ride that you're just going around this lagoon, and you're seeing all the animals and stuff. I didn't put the animals in, but because it's hard to corral them all. Like, they'll just end up all over Disney. And in the center of this, I actually put a dungeon. Like, oh, I mean, you have a dungeon. Why not? Like, I need a little island-looking thing. Might as well put a dungeon. And you have to go out through this door, otherwise you're like trapped. And then you close the door because you are polite, and you want to shut the door behind you. Let's see. And then keep going. I'm using the surfboard again just because it's really quick. And back at the top of this, because if you ever waited in line when it's a very long line, you go to the top of the trading post, I guess is what it is. And then I put up here just for fun because I thought about it when I was there. I was like, what if you could like shoot things off like a slingshot or something? And I actually did have a little turret over here, so I actually put a turret here as well, like the one in Pixie Hollow, and you can shoot. And since it's on it, we'll use the frozen ball instead of on fire. So it's like freeze, freeze, freeze! I say, Olaf power. No. Okay, and then we keep going. The next thing I made, like there's the pirate boat that's usually sitting there just in the docks, and you can I guess you can categorize it as the boat that you like go on the river boat ride with, but I couldn't really find a good enough boat to make that, so I just put a pirate boat. Why not? This is actually going to be Indiana Jones. I didn't make the ride. I didn't. It's really big. I didn't have enough space. I'll probably make the ride later. It's a very complicated ride, so it'd be another episode. For now, I'm just giving you a tour. And this is actually Tarzan's treehouse. I made it pretty good. Like, there's a bridge to go across, and then it's kind of like interactive because you have to literally climb up it. Like, it's not like, oh, here it is. No, you have to climb up it, and then the grappling hook becomes very easy to get around here quickly because climbing up it otherwise is very time consuming. Because usually I use Stitch because if I miss, like, I don't fall, I just cling to things. But I didn't want to have him get stuck, so I just rather use Anna because there's grappling. That grappling hook is pretty amazing. I mean, come on, you have a character with a grappling hook, for Pete's sake. It's pretty cool. And if you climb up here, I kind of got turret happy. Like, to be honest, I put a turret there and a turret there, so like you can battle the other two, and it's like fire, 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 or freezing if you use the snowball. Yeah, it's fun with multiple people because then you just, I guess I'm gonna switch the other turret, you go over there, and then you fire each other. I played it with a couple people. I'm really good at aiming with them, but they're really hard. The angles in this game are kind of complicated. And then the next section is actually, I think, the last section. We probably went through everything else already. I can't think of anything that we have not gone through. Let me think. Nope, we're good. This is the last one. It's actually Pirates of the Caribbean. I made the ride. It's okay. It's kind of cool. Like, this is like the line you wait in. You have to go around. You know, you go in underneath that cave thing. Then you go through and then around the corners, and then you go in the door. And when you go in the door, you see this pirate island kind of thing. And there's like, I don't know if it's a parrot talking to you, but I'm not making a parrot. And you walk around the corner here, and then there's this water, and you're like, where does it go? Because all you see is this darkness ahead, just dark, and you're like, okay, where does it go? If you've never ridden this ride before, you're very confused for the first time. And I'm not going to use the surfboard. We're just going to walk, but go on the water and you just go through it, and you're trying to make a run. You go, and again, it's more darkness, and you just go down, and it's this world that's different than where you just were, kind of. Like, you were in Disneyland, now you're just in this dark, there's a boat, these people are fighting, there's explosions going on. That's spoilers. If you've never been there. But it's really fun, like, and then I made this little area go around, and because I made this at like 5 in the morning, if you turn to the right here, there is a wall of water. If that wall of water was not there, you would die, because you just go through there, there's nothing there, you just fall through the ground, and you don't, like Stitch did earlier. But you go through, and then the ride ends, you just go up. But it's a really fun ride. It's cool to do, and I thought, hey, I think I did it pretty good justice for the most part with the time I had and the space I have to work with. That's the last part in this video, because Disneyland I only was able to fit Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Pixie Hollow, and Adventureland, and then Main Street, which Main Street's just straight. And then the center. The next video, I will show you, I did make the other half of Disneyland, so it's Frontierland, Critter Country, and New Orleans Square, which is fun, because it's big. I made it really big. There's Big Thunder Railroad, there's Splash Mountain, the whole ride. It's pretty amazing, but that's going to be the next episode. Because for now, that is basically it for episode number 1. I'm glad that you guys can join me, and I love to do this. This is fun. This is a game I like to play. I want to do like a kind of let's play thing. Well, I will do more like storyline let's play when 3.0 comes out, because I've already done the storyline for 1.0 and 2.0. So like I don't want to do it again. If I want to do it again, I'll do it. But like right now, I'll just wait for 3.0 and then do that, because they have all new characters and new storylines and stuff like that. I'm excited to do those when they come out, but I have to get it first. Gotta wait for that. But that's it for this episode number 1 of my Disney Infinity life. I'm keeping the train going with the name. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And come back and watch some more. I'll do some more things. I made other things in this game. I'll make things with you, so it'll be fun to do. When I decide to do other things, like I made Sugar Rush, and again the other half of Disney will be in the next episode. I'll see you next time, and have a good day. Bye.